Welcome to another episode of Neatening Technology brought to you by HDANYWHERE. And today, we're going to be talking about making things easier for HDA pros. And to do that, I am very glad to have in the studio with me today someone who's usually behind the scenes making all the good stuff happen. I'm going to bring him a bit more forward today, and that is Colton Halls, our lead creative here at HDA.
Hi, guys.
Hey, Colton. Good to have you here today. Thank you for stepping up in front of the camera and the microphones.
I'm
for a
normally
change.
2 feet away from
Exactly.
you guys.
You're the glue that's making everything work in the background. So it's very nice to have you here today.
Thank you.
So at HDANYWHERE, we do our best to make it as easy as possible for HDA pros to market themselves and to access our brand.
Yeah.
And we like to think anyway that we've done a very good job of that. And a lot of that is actually your hard work in the background. So tell everybody just a little bit about what you do at HDA when it comes to creating content and the content you create and the things like this podcast that you create essentially.
Yeah, so I'm the one who sets up all the cameras, does all the editing, make sure the volumes are right, but then also doing the assets for it, so doing the graphic design, stories, Instagram posts, videos. Yeah, the list goes on, actually.
The list goes on. 3D rendering for our products, silkscreen product development.
That was a fun stage. Yeah. We're actually doing a lot less rendering now and doing more photographs. Yeah.
And you have a whole photographic studio and kit, essentially.
Yes.
You have a bigger office than any of us in the building, really.
That's a fact, actually, yeah. It's quite funny.
Very true. Very true. Well, that's right.
You need the space.
Yeah, we do indeed. So let's talk about those media assets that you create.
Yeah.
Whether they're photographs, whether it's social media posts that we're doing for ourselves.
That's it.
We then have a repository of that information available to HDA pros, to integrators to use. So where do they go and what do they get when they go there?
So you can go to hnwhere.com, go to the bottom of the website, and you'll find creative media assets, like an asset library. And
it's called media assets, right?
Yeah, media assets.
Click on media assets. Yeah.
And then you can get videos from there, social posts, stories, normal product photographs. And then on our social folders, you'll find the actual social media post plus text as well. You can just copy and paste, so it's as easy as possible to use.
That's pretty cool. So for many of you integrators, if you're listening to us, the simple truth is you're having to be procurement, sales, marketing, driver, installer, all of that in one. And time and effort is a critical part of where you've got to decide what you've got time to do. But marketing and getting your brand out there is important. So essentially, using the media assets that Colton helps create makes it that much easier for you to quickly put out a post using our brand anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the more you can get out there, the more you can market and brand yourself, the better, really. Now, on the social media side, we're quite active and we love to see people engaging with us on social media. Yeah. So if you as an integrator, if you're listening and you've done a project or are busy on a project that includes our gear, tag us. What's our tag?
HDANYWHERE.
At HDANYWHERE.
Or HDANYWHERE. HDA Pro. We've got a few actually,
but the main one is find us at HDANYWHERE.
Yeah.
Now, I know you had some fun with a personal project that's turned out to be quite successful in Insta, which is GIFs, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. But we got GIFs of us pointing, like this. And if you can't see, I'm just literally doing a really Americanized point. But then we made an 8K HDMI cable, for our marketing campaign. Yeah. But it's ended up being used about 3 million times already. Because it's the only HDMI cable that's on Instagram GIFs. Still, just type in HDMI and it shows up. Yeah.
So if you are on Insta and you want to spice up your posts a little, just find HDANYWHERE, or HDMI cable in that case, but HDANYWHERE. Yeah. We've got a bunch of cool GIFs out there.
Yeah, we've got HDA Pro GIF. We've got little product pictures, the pointing stuff. It's quite a lot. Have a look. I think that's your best Best bet.
Brilliant.
Put it in the search.
Yeah, and I mean, it'll help you create more engaging, more interesting posts.
That's it.
And that's it. Certainly helps us. We have a lot of fun with it.
Yeah.
Although you've got a gif of me in there.
I do,
and I get a lot of ribbing from my mates.
Yeah.
About that.
Have your kids found them yet?
Yeah, no, but my kids aren't on Insta. Let's keep it that way.
Good.
So we're busy on social media, and we try and give you as much capability as possible as an integrator to use our brand to promote your business. And of course, if you are doing anything, tag us. The more you tag us, the more we engage, the more we're spreading the word. It makes both of us look good, and that's never a bad thing. So one of the new things that we've just launched to the market, and we've put out there, and hopefully everybody knows about, but maybe they don't, is we have upgraded all our M hubs to now offer remote management via the cloud.
That's it.
That's a powerful feature. I mean, we're getting a lot of interest about that from the States, from India, from anybody really, where the ability to see what's going on site, and possibly even, power cycle the machine, reboot the software, make certain changes to U-Control remotely without having to do a truck roll, is a very valuable feature. That feature, that capability, remote management, which is a zero-cost value add on our systems, is only available to registered HDA Pros. So an HDA Pro is you as an integrator that's registered on our site to become a registered HDA Pro and therefore get an HDA Pro cloud account, right? So that then brings us to the conversation about how do people become HDA Pros? Because again, part of how do we help HDA Pros is very much the ability to access our hardware and remotely manage those products that can be remotely managed. So where do they go? What do they do? Take us through that, because you're the curator of that.
Yeah, so HDANYWHERE.com/pro, and then at the top they will find all the information about being a HDA Pro, but then you'll find a little link where they can register, and then they fill in the details. You put your website down, what distributor you use, and then afterwards, it's then my job to vet them.
Yes.
So
not just anybody can become an HDA Pro, right?
No.
Yeah.
So it all starts, with checking the distributor, and then just checking out the websites, social media if you have got them. It's always good to have social media, but the website is one of the main ones I look for first.
And would you contact a distributor to confirm or verify an HDA Pro when it's not clear that they are?
Yeah, I do when it's not clear.
Yeah.
Because sometimes not every HDA Pro, should I say, installer has a website, because they're exclusive and they don't. A lot of them don't actually want people to know.
Yeah. So there's a vetting process. They sign up. Once they're vetted, what happens then?
I then send them a welcome email, and that has everything from our media assets, links, talking about our little learning portal, and a bit of distributor stuff on the bottom as well.
Brilliant. So it's really important that when they get that welcome email, once they've been vetted and they're part of the family, as it were, make sure, integrators, that now that you're an HDA Pro, that you pay attention to the details in that email, because there's quite a lot of useful links, and
there is. We've also got our social media links as well, and then just talking a little bit about them as well.
Brilliant.
But there is a lot of information in that email, and we don't have time to talk about it.
It's a meaty email. So for a pro, the benefit then is once they're a pro, they can register M-Hubs or pair M-Hubs that they've installed to their Pro cloud account, and that gives them access to remote management of all those cloud-connected M-Hubs. That's not the only beneficial feature of becoming a Pro, though, is it? No. So on our website, what happens then?
So on our website, we have a little section called Find an Installer. And it's a case you pop, the end user will pop in their postcode, and then they'll find the closest HDA Pro to them. And then it's also a star system as well, so they will know how many. So say if an installer installs one, say in the year, they could have 1 star, and so on. But then you got pros that will install an M Hub once a week, and they end up having like 3 stars, and it's crazy.
So it's a graded system, and obviously we want you to install as many M Hubs as you possibly
and it will show phone numbers, websites of that installer.
Now, if I remember some metrics from our pre-pandemic financial year, in 2019, we had over 5,500 searches.
It was crazy
on Find an Installer, right? And of those 5,500 searches, we showed something like 8,200 pros to those searches. So it's essentially a free marketing tool for HDA pros, right?
That's it. And it's worldwide as well.
Precisely, yeah. So wherever you are, you'll be noticed by your absence. It doesn't cost you anything to be on other than to register an M Hub on the cloud and then pair it to your account. That's the sum total of the cost of getting on, right? You've got to have that pairing.
Pop your end user in and then the HDA, your HDA Pro account.
But the benefit is then you're exposing your business to, in any given period of time, any number of potential end users who are not necessarily engaging directly with us, but using our website, have found us as a brand through whatever marketing and branding we're doing, but find us and then want to find you. They want that product. Or we've told them to go there, because we do that too when we're doing a lot of support tickets. We get end users making inquiries with us, and we say, do you have an installer? No, I don't. Go to our website. Go to Find an Installer and see who's closest to you that you may want to deal with. You may be presented with multiple options. You can choose from there, right? So Find an Installer is another value-added feature we're giving to HDA pros to try and make it easier for them to get business using HDANYWHERE and to add value, that HDANYWHERE hopefully adds value to their business. So for you as our lead creative, I mean, you're very active on our social media. You're always supporting integrators and our distributors for that matter. What's the secret to success of getting the most out of HDANYWHERE when it comes to marketing and branding, whether you're a small one-man operation or you're a larger integration company with 40 teams on the road or anything in between? Who have you found to be the most successful guys when it comes to marketing and branding, and what's the trick? I
find the trick's just being consistent, especially with stories. That's an important one. Some reason with, stories, post 1, 2, 3 a day, consistently. It does really well. But then the posts as well. But, social media's got a bit different now.
Yeah, it's always changing, right?
It's really changing now. Yeah. And they're preferring videos, and it's crazy.
And for integrators, that change is a bit challenging because they're busy working, right? Yeah. They're busy running their businesses and looking after their clientele and as I said, probably being a jack of many trades. Who do they call on?
So they can come to me for help. That's not a problem at all. I'll do them custom posts and assets.
And I mean, you're happy to give just advice sometimes. Guy says, how do I do this? How do I get my brand out there? Or how should I post this? You happy to help that way too?
I've got no problem at all. Like I said, on our asset management page, we've got the social links, and there is text there, but we've got no problem customizing a bit of text as well as the image as well for you if you want your logo popped in.
So there's a little bit of inside info, good people, is if you want to, it's just about asking. Ask Colton for help. Just ping us. Where's the easiest place to message you? Probably Instagram, right?
Probably Instagram, yeah.
Because we're busy on Instagram, and you're busy on Instagram.
And LinkedIn too. Yeah. It's not a problem.
So message us there. Just, if you need any assistance or you're looking to get a particular angle on how to pitch something that involves our products, get hold of Colton. He's got a wealth of experience. And, of course, he not only photographs all our equipment, but he's got his finger on the pulse of everything we do from a media asset point of view and from a social media aspect point of view. So that's the thing is we're here to help. We've got media assets that cover everything. I mean, there's our fonts, our color palette, our product images, the social media posts, the media assets folder or media assets page, should I say on our website, is very well stocked with a lot of content.
Indeed.
I mean, we've seen guys do vehicle wraps and we didn't even know about them. They just went and got our logos, got all the high-res images they needed. Next thing you know, there's a vehicle branded.
Surprise.
Absolutely, right? So if whatever branding and work you want to do, where you just want easy access to the right kind of content, but if you do need anything specific or a folder type or anything for that, then you get hold of Colton, and he'd be only too happy to help you out with the kind of content in the file that you need. It's not always snap of the finger stuff, so a little bit of planning is useful because he's a busy guy. You are busy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, we don't leave you to do much, do we? We keep you on your toes.
Yeah.
Especially now, we have so many exciting projects coming.
Too many. My head's just full of little secret things now.
We've got a lot going on at the moment. It is such an exciting time for us at HDANYWHERE at the moment. In Colton's little party trick, there's always Easter eggs.
Yeah.
There's Easter eggs everywhere.
There's one on the video now.
If you're watching us, there's an Easter egg here. You'd have to be eagle-eyed to know that one. But yeah, lots of exciting things coming.
That's it.
So tag us at HDANYWHERE. You'll find us on all the social media platforms. Right? At Colton, out of interest, I've always meant to ask you this. From an integrator engagement point of view, which platform seems to get the most engagement?
Engagement
with integrators. Not so much with our target market. Well, our target market is the integrators ultimately, but
integrators, I'd say Instagram first. Dare I say it, the integrators that have actually started using it, I don't really want to say, but it's TikTok. it's a little secret thing. Yeah. Like I said, the integrators that have started using it and are consistent with it.
Yeah.
I know a few of our HDA pros that have got, like, it's crazy, like 100,000 followers.
Wow, on TikTok?
Yeah.
And they're not doing dances and shuffle dances?
It is amazing at how well installers and businesses in general are going on them now.
Well, there you go. If you're in the mood, TikTok's the way to go, right?
No, don't say that. I don't want it to happen. But like I said, installers that do use it, they're getting
good. Well, for them, engagement is critical, right? It's about getting their brands out there. And here at HDANYWHERE, the branding and the marketing success starts with how well integrators are exposed to clients.
Yeah.
And how well they do. Our success comes from the success of the integrators that support our brand. So the better they can do and the more potential they have to get their name and their brand and their services out there recognized by people and sought after by people, the better it is for everybody.
Yeah.
So this is how we help HDA pros to get the most out of our brand. We have media assets at their fingertip. We have a phenomenal website. I mean, there's some beautiful product pictures there. You've made some stunning content lately, I must say, Colton. That bullet time video thing that you made of one of our extended products. So we do that as well. We're happy to have work experience events here at the office, and that was some very creative videography. Loved that. So we've got all this kind of content that we have at our disposal, obviously, but also we make it available for pros, so that they can get the most out of our branding capabilities.
In fact, the video I made, that little Matrix 4, it's on our social media video section on our asset management.
So you can have a professional-looking video as part of a post that you're doing, and it's literally just click and load.
That's one of our HDMI extenders.
Brilliant. Our best-selling products for everyday use for pros. So we have media assets. We have Colton's skills and capabilities at your disposal. We have the HDANYWHERE Cloud, which is only available to pros, but to become a pro is relatively straightforward, as long as you are a legitimate pro, of course. But once you become a pro, not only do you have access to remote management and access to all your cloud-connected devices, no matter where they are installed in the world, but also you will be found on Find an Installer when you start pairing mHubs to your account. And then that additional layer of exposure for many integrators might be the only layer of web exposure. As you said, not all of them have websites. No. Not all of them are easily available in a search.
Can I just add? It's a new thing now. You can actually decide not to show up on Find an Installer.
Yes.
Because like I said, we do have some exclusive HDA pros, and they do not want to be found online.
Yes, yes. So you have an opt-out.
Yeah.
Yeah? Perfect. So these are the services we've got available, and it's all part of trying to make it as easy as possible to make HDANYWHERE a part of your business, for which we're always grateful. So for more information or anything else, find us on social media.
We're everywhere.
We like to think we are, but certainly we're not hidden, and we're active.
Yeah.
And if you need to, especially with Instagram or LinkedIn, message and almost every single message that'll ever come through on Instagram or LinkedIn will be seen by Colton. If you need help or advice, don't hesitate to ask.
No, never hesitate to ask, because we do like to help.
We do indeed. So it's been great. We look forward to chatting to you soon. Colton, thanks again for all the amazing stuff you do with us and for us.
Thank you.
And it's great to have you here today.
Okay.
Cool.
All right. Take care. Bye. Is that better?
Much better.
I'll just...
You'll have to delete that.